Welcome to the demo of the ZW token, which is the demo implementation of the ERC-8065. All right, this is our website from the zk.walletaa.com. So you could just use our website to test the supplier network. And if you want some test tokens, you could just get them from these two links. All right. And first, you could just connect the wallet, for example, connect to the MetaMask. Exchange, we have 3 USDC and some ZW USDC, right? And we provide 2 modes. One is the simple mode, which is very easy to use. And for example, you could just burn 1 USDC to any burned addresses. And you could just generate the address by select a secret. And the secret will be generated by a signature from your wallet. For example, we use the MetaMask to sign this message to get the seed. We can generate some secrets. And we also show that some of them are used, right? And some of them are used and also claimed. So we need to select those which has not been used. And for example, we select this one as our secret to generate a burner address. And after that, this 1 USDC will be controlled by those who hold the secret, right? So first we need to approve, right? We need to approve the 1 USDC to the supported network USDC contract. So let's wait for the confirmation. All right. We can now burn this 1 USDC and so if we burn this address, we will be able to see it in the Seporia Explorer, and let's wait for the indexing. All right. You can see that this is my account, right? I sent the USDC into this contract, and this contract, the USDC will be wrapped as the ZWUSDC. However, the ZWUSDC is burned into this burn address. All right. And so after that, we can use another account to remit the USDC to our account. For example, you could type any address into it, or you could just use the address by yourself, or you could type any other addresses. And then let's wait for the secret selection. We will find that this is our previously selected secret, right? And we could just select it and we can remit the USDC to our account. All right. If you want to avoid some tracing, right? Actually, we will implement more private methods to help protect the privacy, to avoid the linking of the burn and the remit transaction. And at this point, you could, for example, you could type the 0.99 or the only 0.5 to withdraw the USDC. But if you want to withdraw it totally, you could just type it, and then we will use the ZK circuits to generate the proof and then send it to the contract to remit the tokens. All right. The proof sometimes takes long if you do not get the staircase on um, uh, before this action. But if you get the staircase before, you could just generate the proof very, very fast. All right, then we confirm the proof and send it to the superior network, and we will get our. You can see that we have already get the money back. Let's see the Explorer, and at this time, for example, this is my address again, right? But you could use the other address or the other broadcaster or anything you want to submit the proof. And then you will find that this contract, it gives the USDC back to this account, right? And the gas cost is acceptable. The gas costs are acceptable as they only cost less than 1 million gas, right? As well as the burn transaction, it is also fewer than the 1 million gases. Okay, so what exactly happened during our full demo? For example, actually, when we use the burn transaction, if we click the advanced mode, we will show that the burn transaction itself actually consists of two steps. One is to wrap your USDC into the ZWUSDC and then transfer it into an target address, which is a, burn address that is generated by the secret. All right. And as for the remained, right? Actually, you just remain the ZWUSDC. After that, you use the ZWUSDC to unwrap it into the USDC. So in the next presentation, I will show you the detailed processes of these 4 steps. So this time we have 3 USDC and 0.09 ZWUSDC, right? Just as the same as the beginning. And now we wrap 1.5 USDC into the ZWUSDC, right? Actually, we can select the directly burn, and if you select this option, if you type the burn address, then it is just as the same as the simple mode, the burn step. But this time we do not want to burn it. We want to wrap it to the ZWUSDC. So we just approve it, right? Approve the 1.5 USDC to the contract. And after its confirmation, we can just wrap the USDC. We can ask the contract to transfer our USDC, and then we will get the ZWUSDC. Okay, then we can wrap it now. We just wrapped it. Actually, we are using the deposit to function to deposit the USDC into the contract, and then we will get the ZWUSDC back. Okay, wrap successful. Then now we have 1.59 ZWUSDC, right? And after that, you could just transfer the ZWUSDC to others. You can swap it in the Uniswap. You can use it as the tokens to provide the liquidity in some pools. But if you want to burn it into an address, you can just use this button as the same as the previous simple step. But this time, the the secret can be input manually. For example, if you input such secret by yourself, we will use this secret to generate a new address. And if you can remember your secrets, then you can do this for easier usage. But maybe we just use the signature method to sign this message to get a seed. Then we use the seed to generate the secret. And in the previous presentation, we have used this secret and we claim it right. We just remained it. And so this time, maybe we can use this secret to generate another address. And maybe we can transfer, for example, one ZWSDC to the black hole address. All right. Then we just transfer it to this address, right? And then so let's see what happens in the Explorer. All right. So first is the deposit transaction. Previously, we just sent 1.5 USDC to the contract, and the contract mint from the 0 address to issue us the 1.5 ZWSDC. And we could just use this token as the same way as the other ERC-20 tokens. And as for the transfer function, from the others view, they will find that it is just a transfer, right? It's just a transfer function, transfer transaction from this account to this account, but only the person who holds the secret, he will know that this address is a black hole address, right? But for the others, they do not learn about the secret, they do not learn about the black hole address. So it is just very, very simple ERC-20 transaction among the accounts. So, but one more thing maybe different is that the gas cost. The gas cost in the contract we write the code that if some address, if it is its first time to receive the token, to receive the ZW token, then it will just record some commitment. So the gas cost might be little higher than the simple ERC-20 transfer transactions. Okay. So now we just send our ZWSDC into the black hole address. So now we have only 0.59 ZWSDC, right? So how can we get the money back? We could use the remit, right? And this recipient address is defaultly your wallet address, and you could just make it others, but we prefer to use our default address for easier demo. And we could just select a secret, or for example, if you remember your manual secret, you could just type your secret into the input box, right? And now we just scan the blockchain. Actually, we scan the state, right? Not the total blockchain. We just use the seed to generate the secrets. Then we just ask the state that and how many secrets, because we know the addresses, right? We can see how many addresses are used, and because we know the secret, we can find its amount and its status. So now we find our ZWUSDC here. We can just select it and then we will generate the proof to get the ZWUSDC back, right? So this time we do not want to unwrap it. All right, we just get the ZWUSDC back. We use the remain function and then we submit the proof just as the same as the simple mode. All right. Let's wait for the confirmation. Maybe we could just open the Sequoia scan. And all right. Oh, the state is updated, and so we can see that we have already get our ZWSDC back. Next we will see this. All right. So this function is that we mint the ZWSDC again with our proof, right? We submit the proof in the input data, and then the contract will verify that, oh, yeah, it is the right proof, and then it will provide the ZWSDC from the 0 address. So at this time, if you use the other sender or you type or you input the different address, then the new address will get the ZWSDC, which is not related to your previous transaction, that you could just use a very fresh address to do this. All right. And so the final step is very simple, that we could just unwrap the ZWSDC any amount you want, right? And we just unwrap it to get the USDC back. Okay, so now we have get the 1 USDC back to our balance. And if you are interested in our project, welcome to the Ethereum musicians from these links, and we are looking forward to your feedback. Thank you very much.